Recording in progress.
Hello, hello. How are we all doing? Good, hopefully. You will need a chair or something just to pop a hand on, mainly for balance, but also it's just going to help us get more range in the movements that we're doing if we've got that thing to support us on. So let's get started, shall we? We're going to be doing lots of different bends through the torso with a bit of leg action and a bit of optional balance. As with all Give Me Cause, you can take this as fast or as slow as you like. Lean into any positions that feel good, sack off the ones that don't feel good, and make sure you're breathing. Let's just let Carla in. Make sure you're breathing nice and continuously throughout. But here's your little zoom in talk. Don't do anything that doesn't feel good. Stay in a position for as long as you like. Sack off anything that you don't like. Okay? That's your telling off for today. So start by standing yourself next to your emotional support object. Kitchen worktop is also a good height to use for future reference. And pop a hand on it. So my arm is, it's not sort of fully stretched out. I can reach it comfortably, but there is quite a lot of space between me and my emotional support chair. And I'm just going to start by taking this free hand all the way overhead so that I'm getting a stretch down this side of my body. And it was like if I had some water. Oh, somebody else is joining us. If I had some water in my ear, I was just going to be pouring it out like so. And then release that position, relax for a second, and then go for another one. So we're just going to move through this to start with. We're going to do one more here. And then we're going to take that backwards. So this hand, again, leading us, it's going to come up and over. So imagine really pushing your belly button out towards the ceiling and leaning back, chest towards the ceiling, and bring it in. Breathing again, just make sure it's coming in and out. Imagining really pushing that pelvis forward as you lean back. One more here. And now we're going to reach forward as well. So forward and slightly towards the ground, but keeping this hand where it is. So chest towards the floor. Standing up. If you'd like to wiggle your hips around while you're down here, then feel free. One more. Lovely stuff. And now you guys can all swivel round and do the other way, but just so that you don't have to stare at the back of me, I'm going to move my chair over here. So we're going other side. First reaching over, relaxing fully in between. This is where you might now start to notice if it feels slightly different on one side than the other. One more. And then we're going to take it back. Lovely. One more. around. If you pull your pelvis one way, you'll notice that you'll get that side bend in that forward reach as well. So just have a play with that. Lovely. One more here. Lovely stuff. So we should be primed and ready. It's very warm in here today. My little air conditioning machine said it was like 24, so no windows. And I can't have the door open because of where it is. It then drowns me out completely. You wouldn't be able, the light would mean that you wouldn't be able to see me. So I have to suffer for my art. Okay, we're going to lift the leg out as we reach over now. It's going to just allow us to get some more range. So it looks like this. That leg steps out and we're going to really push the pelvis away as we reach overhead. So pelvis is going to go one way as we go the other way. This leg stays where it is. So we're stepping out, reaching over towards the other hand. One more here. And we're doing the same again with backwards, but the foot is going to go forward for us instead, which is going to help us really push all of this up towards the ceiling and stretch it all out. Lovely. One more. Nice. And then we're going to just do exactly the opposite. As we reach forward, that leg is going to go back. One more. And we're going to swap sides. And you guys can just swivel round, starting with those overhead reaches. Chase that foot and the hips away. Oh, a nice pop of the hip there. Lovely stuff. One more. And then we're taking it backwards, foot forward. One more. Oh, that makes my abs go. And forward leg goes back. Wait, one more. Awesome stuff. Okay, I'm going to pop my chair back there, have a little sip. The dog has started to bark at something. Hey. I don't want to lock him in the house because he enjoys going in his paddling pool too much and it's very hot out there. Okay, we're going to do all of those next with an optional balance. So if you don't want to do the balance, you're just going to continue putting your foot on the floor where it was in those different positions. But if you'd like to add in a balance, what we're going to do is we're going to go from one to the other. So we're coming here, and this is where the chair is going to help. We're then going to not touch down, but we're going to go straight back. So you're coming back into the middle each time and going through all three at once, okay? But you can do that with the foot down. So if you want to keep the foot down, you're just going to go from here to here to here, okay? So pick your option, and we're just going to go through them. We'll do 3 rounds of each. So starting off with reaching over, come back to the middle, reaching back. That was that was the existential dread leaving my body in that noise. And forward, lovely, relax in between. Get ready to go again. Ooh. Lovely stuff. One more on this side. Reaching across. Come to the middle. Arm goes back, leg goes forward. And then switch them around. Lovely stuff. We'll do that on the other side. So same thing, if you want to keep foot on the ground, do that, or add in the floating leg for a little bit of balance work, but we're still holding on, so. Ugh. I just can't stop those noises from coming out. Which then hopefully just normalises it for you lot if you're doing the same. Like instructors who are just literally like this the whole time, like with this big cheesy grin. Like, no, sometimes the feeling is like, oh, it's a bit weird. I forgot what I was doing then. Too busy talking. Lovely. One more here. Floaty, floaty. Awesome stuff. Okay. For the last bit, instead of coming back to the middle, we're going to try and go sort of fluidly into the next position without sort of coming back to where we were when we started. So it's going to look a little bit like this. Same thing though, if you want to keep the foot down or keep it floating, you can choose that option for yourself. So we're going to come into our side bend, but instead of straightening up to do our back bend, we're going to try and roll ourselves into that position, and then from here, same thing, roll ourselves into the next one. So we're like trying to, I don't know, almost sort of like make it all floaty and fluidy instead of coming back and straightening up in the middle. So let's try it. We'll do 2 rounds of each on each side. And then we're going to end with some child's chair pose, just to, you know, really let the demons fully out. But here we go. First stretch. Now see if you can just take it, roll it round to that second position. And then swap those over. Nice. Let's do that again. That first little change is probably the hardest one, where you go from side to back without straightening up. That's the one I'm feeling the most. Ooh. Got nothing to say other than, ooh. Right, next side. Roll it over. Nice. And again. Abs are just going insane over that. And relax. Okay. Let's get ourselves down into that child's pose on the chair. Hands on there. Let's walk the feet back, drop the head, and just hang out here for a second. If you need to move the hips, wiggle them around. Really breathe into the back. So imagine that you're expanding the back of the rib cage. And when you let it out, you're just breathing out all of that dread. Lovely. Coming up, we're going to do that one more time to finish. Here we go. Sink in. Adjust the feet. Does it feel better wider or narrower? Wiggle those hips around. Big breath in. Let it all go. Slowly bring yourself up. I feel like an absolute puddle now. Not even in like a sweaty sense, just like a, I've just let it all go. I don't know what exactly, but it's all gone. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. You can let me know as always, and have a lovely rest of your day. Love you all. Bye.